But don't sleep on this Louisville lineup. It gave them the opportunity, the loss over the weekend gave them the opportunity to make these adjustments. It's a strong lineup, especially it's going to be led by this front three.
First start all competitions for Niall McCabe, notably this year. Now, conversely for Greenville, Liam McKinnon showed out against Knoxville. Big reason why Triumph triumphed.
He's the Open Cup hero so far for this team. 2 goals against Knoxville. He leads the team this young season with 3 goals on the year. He's going to need to get on the score sheet tonight, or at least be very dynamic in front of the goal to cause problems for this Louisville back line. Look for him to be on the ball, strong on the ball, and really try to hold up the play as well so that his team can get up the field. If you're looking at the Greenville lineup, there's changes from over the weekend, but make no mistake about it, Greenville wants to come in and get one of these cup sets. This is a strong lineup, and this is the lineup that Coach Rick Wright has ready to go for this Louisville team.
Nate Schultz, Chapa Herrera, and Tyler Pollock are the trio of changes for Greenville. From a 1-0 loss, their first this season at Charlotte over the weekend. This is what it's all about, folks. The third round kicks off. Here we go. It's Louisville City taking on Greenville Triumph.
Nothing beats a little cup action. Have to love it.
Dia plays inside. Winder. Now there's a handful of players with championship experience on this Greenville team. Perhaps none more so than Chapa Herrera, coming from El Paso for 5 seasons to Greenville.
Talk about a player like Herrera coming into this lineup, and this is the type of experience that you need in this tournament, because obviously Greenville wants to get this win. They want to come into Louisville and show what they're made of, but you need guys that have experience, that are playing at this level, to be leading this team. So look for him to be a leader on the field tonight, both organizing and on top of the ball.
Tosh inside from Dia. Serrano, extraordinary start to the season, knocks this off of Zakowski. The very early Louisville corner. City did score off a set piece in the first half against Charleston on the road on Tuesday.
That's what we're talking about early on with Serrano. You look at him, he gets on the ball, he wants to create, he wants to dribble. Dia makes the overlapping run, which creates space for him. He's dynamic in the dribble and able to create a corner kick.
Gunther Rankenberg gets his second start all competitions this year, just his third in the last 2 years combined. And Niall McCabe stands over the ball trying to test the Greenville goalkeeper. McCabe swinging in, there's the opening goal. It's a matter of 100 seconds. Tucked in, locked in, Tosh puts Louisville ahead. That draw will come on Thursday. Perez. Beneficial bounce. Dia crossing, tapped home. Wilson Harris, but it's offside.
Look at it here. You see a lot of the success has been coming from the left side tonight. Dia makes this good run here, finds that space, picks his head up and finds his target forward. It looks like he was a little bit above the line. It's a close call, but I think the referee got it right on this one.
I guess I've become numb to seeing 14,000 people. Ball through. Wow, what a ball. And the shot turned away by Fondes. Splaying to deny Leandro Castro, who has some starting caliber skills.
Absolutely. I was a cup keeper at one point in my career where you had the opportunity to play in the Open Cup, and no matter what you knew, no matter what the situation was, the coach told me I was going to be the goalkeeper for the Open Cup for the team. And those are just situations that you dream of as a goalkeeper, because all you want is your opportunity, and this is a tournament where guys are able to get opportunities like this.
Ball ahead, there's Castro again, out goes Fondes. That is halftime. Well, Louisville got their goal in the second minute of play, and they've made it stick for their respective leagues. Louisville, twice champions in the USL Championship, one-time champion, 3-time finalist. Greenville Triumph out of League One. On to the second half we go. And both teams off to tremendous starts this year. Greenville, 3 wins, a loss, and a draw. Louisville, 4 wins and a loss on Tuesday to Charleston. Perez Slides over to Dia. Forward now, Serrano! Well, Greenville, like a cat, gradually working through their 9 lives.
They're making those overlapping runs and just creating absolute havoc for the outside backs of Greenville, who are stuck in these 2v1 situations.
Sort of been the story of Louisville's season, right? Creating those 2v1s and wide overloads on teams.
When you look at a player like Ray Serrano, he does a great job of tucking himself inside. Dia makes that run, overlapping run, and then it just creates all that types of space, and really it makes it a difficult situation for the Greenville backline, because you're trying to figure out which runner do you want to track. Do you go to the ball? Do you follow the runner? Just overloading these defenders so that they have to make decisions, and then the Louisville player on the ball will make the decision off of what the defender decides to do.
Pollock bodied off. Wilson was pressing, that's why he remained so high. Perez. Cabe. Jansen, Wilson brought it down, crosses, Wilson Harris touches it home, and Louisville, within minutes of halftime, double their lead. 8 goals in 6 games, all comps for Wilson Harris.
When you have a forward like Harris, he does a great job of popping up in the right spots. But look at this ball from McCabe, the service over the top, perfectly timed, and it's an excellent first touch here from Wilson. He has time to pick his head up, and Harris...
Whoever I'm talking to, you know what I mean.
No spoiler alert, no nothing.
No, I don't do any of that. How can you watch all 16 games? Right? Harris, that's a long run. Spoiler alert, he got there. Harris, angles in. Harris, deflection will find Rankenberg. Came off of Pollock.
Get more numbers into the box that you're not chasing defensively the whole second half.
Given away cheaply, Herrera. That'll go all the way through. That was Anguiano, beg your pardon. Championship winner last year in Phoenix. Your point about McKinnon, 7 goal contributions in 7 games, all comps this year. Not surprising he's shooting for the moon. Through, Harris held his run. Wilson Harris is through! Saved. And out to claim, Gunther Rankenberg. The head coach and technical director for this side, a group that debuted in 2019.
And you can tell he has a vision of how he wants his team to play. They're building out of the back. They're trying to create different combinations to spring themselves to find different opportunities. So you can tell the coach has a clear vision of how he wants to play. And even when they're going against a team like Louisville, they're going to stick to what they do. They're going to stick to their system, and that's a possession-based system where they're able to build and then attack through that method.
Bouncing through, Perez, knocked down by Rankenberg, still there, Harris, Rankenberg again.
Good job here from the goalkeeper of staying big. A little bit of confusion on that initial ball in, but he does a good job. He doesn't overcommit, he keeps himself big, and on both saves, he's able to keep himself up in front of the attacker, not let the forward see much of the goal. Good saves there to keep the team in it. He's going to need to make a lot of saves here in the second half to keep the scoreline where it's at, because Greenville's going to have to start pressing here at some point.
Might remind him of his time at Georgia State.
Saves, baby, saves.
You know, they've got the Golden Gloves, right? Fewest goals conceded. There should be something for most saves. It's not your fault.
So I would argue that that's more misleading. The saves mean the goalkeeper's really working. The Golden Gloves could be the defense, the center backs that I love so much, doing all the work, and then the goalkeeper collects all the awards.
Giano comes off. And Hayden Anderson, the 23-year-old from South Carolina who played at SC Upstate before eventually transferring to Memphis. (7 p.m. Eastern time on watch.usopencup.com, uslsoccer.com, and mlssoccer.com. Through for Perez. Perez chipping wide. You can go to usopencup.com for the full schedule and breakdowns of all the action.
Perez would have liked to have this one back. It's him and Harris. They both had the opportunity to go for this ball, but Harris checks his run inside. Tries to do one of those runs that he created that goal off of, check back in, find that empty space, but Perez had eyes for the goal. Brankenberg does a good job of closing it down. Look like the ball bounced up on him a little bit. But these are going to be the opportunities as Greenville starts to press, because it's an elimination game. Oh, it looks like we have a little bit of a head injury here.
Keyworth by the Michigan ownership. Maybe on here. Scarlett lays that all the way across, and Troutman, the stop follow. He's there again. What a moment for the native Louisvillian. Follow, saved off the line by Ordonez. The right way.
It's a crazy sequence that we see here. Smith hits that long diagonal ball I've been talking about, and the substitute Scarlett does a great job with his first touch right into that empty space. It's the backtracking here from Dia that makes it possible for Troutman to make the save. He keeps himself big. They call that the starfish. He starfishes his heart out, makes a big block here, and Zakowski with the shot. And then Ordonez does a great job covering. Zakowski cannot believe it. What a great sequence there from the Louisville defense to keep this score. So it makes it so fun and so special.
Pitch forked ahead. Louisville taking the time for the moment. Now Serrano. Serrano. It's going to be a corner.
Yeah, took a deflection on the way in. Again, it's Serrano. He does such a good job at creating this space for himself. Nice little move there. Picks his head up. Took a little bit of deflection. Definitely had eyes for the goal. Able to draw the corner here.
Off of Wu. Maris. Maris from Davila. And Davila thought he had outsmarted everybody. So the ball hadn't left the corner in about 2 minutes, and now Greenville realizing just how few chances they may have left. Ordonez, I don't know if there's any center back in USL commits more fouls like that than Arturo Ordonez. He takes a lot of artistic freedom.
Those are good fouls, though, when you're talking about 1v1 with the center forward, if your center back's going to stay out there like that. But again, I think part of Greenville's...
Ball through, Troutman off his line! Greenville's got one! A long way to go, still 5 minutes remaining, and Anderson has finally put Greenville on the board.
Cup magic is alive and well in Louisville as Greenville is able to get one back. It's a long free kick.
City seeking insurance once more.
Those are tough situations. If you're a goalkeeper, just let your defenders handle that. They have it covered. You have the numbers in front of you. He's been a danger out here ever since he subbed in.
Zion Scarlett has the overlap, instead serves, knocked down by Troutman. Davila wiggles free, Wilson, and now Louisville escapes for the moment.
Troutman doing a good job there, being better safe than sorry. A lot of times with those knuckling balls, if you try to catch it, you can see it slip through the hands. He already just made a mistake coming off that big save he had earlier. Does the right decision there and just punches it down, sees that there's no Greenville players in front of him, does the safe thing. But if you're Greenville, this is a situation where you can start lumping the ball in the box. That's what your goal came from. I thought we would have seen it earlier. They've been persistent in trying to build out of the back. Put the ball in the box and try to make something happen.
Give it away. Maybe this is the moment Louisville puts it away. Gonzalez scores! Jorge Gonzalez drops the dagger in the 7th minute of stoppage time. And Louisville's on to the round of 32.
Greenville is throwing numbers forward. They turn the ball over, and it's nothing but space here for Gonzalez.
25 minutes in the game.
He really went through a little bit of everything in this one. He had the big saves, the mistake on the goal, the bounce back. You really got to sample a little bit of everything there if you're Troutman.